Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst, and today we are bringing you some post-patch custom tactics to get you goals, concede less, get some rhythm in your play, and just have fun. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So you sat here and you're wondering, well, what are these custom tactics that you're on about, FIFA Analyst? What formation is it? You tell us this week, this is the best custom tactics, and then this is the best custom tactics. Spoiler alert, that's just for the YouTube search algorithm, all right? People type in best custom tactics, and that's what comes up, okay? Custom tactics are very much what suit you in your playstyle. So we'll just get that out and, explain that first of all for you. But these are the best custom tactics on FIFA 22. And we're talking about the 4-4-2 second variation. The one where the DMs just sit a little bit deeper. They're there to break up the counter-attack. They make a solid 2 lines of 4, a brick wall for the opponent to try and penetrate. It is difficult to break down. But in attack, oh man, it is beautiful. 2 strikers linking up. You go up and down the pitch. You go from your right mid to your centre mid to your left mid, and you work the ball. And you find a space and you get the driven pass into the striker. The striker looks for a quick 1-2. Bang, he's in behind and you get a goal. It is a great formation, something that I'm really comfortable with using at the minute. Let's go ahead and show you what these custom tactics are. So one of the things that we will want to talk about before we go into these custom tactics, what you're ideally going to want is 2 centre defensive mids that both offer 2 different things. A centre defensive mid who is going to sit there and be your rock. He's going to make sure that the opponents don't get through your typical centre defensive mid. For me, this is Fofana. Fofana is on 5 chemistry, so ignore that. Don't worry about that. But Fofana is my rock in the middle. For you, it may be Kante, Verratti, Allen, whoever you can afford, but a typical centre defensive minded midfielder. If they can have medium attacking work rates and high defensive work rates, that's going to give you the best possible bonus. But the other defensive midfielder, we want someone to be a little bit more attacking minded. That's where I use Zaniolo. The YouTube comments keep telling me how to say his name. He's actually a really good card, by the way, but he's my attacking DM. What do I mean by this is that we want a high attacking work rates, medium defensive work rates, ideally. High can be used if needs be, but that's kind of the right sort of ones in these tactics. You want someone that's good on the ball, that can go forward and score goals, but he's also a bit of a nuisance in the middle. Now, his defensive stats are pretty bad, but that doesn't matter for us. The reason why I like him is he's tall, he can intercept with those long legs, and he's got great physical stats. So if you can get someone like that as well, that'll be great for your game. Our wingers, Mahrez and Insigne. If you want an Insigne review, click up here. We've already reviewed him on a YouTube channel for you. We just want pace, really, as much as you can. You want pace and the ability to maybe cut in and look for a finesse shot or go to the byline. So like Salah on the wing can work here. It's your personal preference whether you like a left footer on the left-hand side or a left footer on the right-hand side to cut in. It's whatever kind of suits you. Our 2 strikers, I actually use Morata and Simeone. This Simeone is incredible. I still really rate him. Morata, not so much. What you're going to want here is a good balance of someone that can hold up the ball, that you can, play the ball over the top to. He can shield it, he can make it hard for the defenders. And then ideally, you want someone quick who can get in behind. So Mbappe's the perfect man for that. You might go for a Rashford, a Gabriel Jesus. Something along those lines would be perfect. That gives you the best balance. And then obviously, for your defenders, I use Gozens at left back. I use Kyle Walker and Dante at centre-back. Right back at centre-back. Sorry. Inbound all the rat comments. So full-backs at centre-back. And then I use Gozens at left-back and Atal at right-back. All right. Let's go ahead and jump in to the custom tactics because that's what you clicked on the video for. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's not that. Don't worry. I do this because what some people do is they just skip. They skip and they find this screen and then they go, oh, click on that analyst and then I can just screenshot it and then I don't have to watch the video. Got to put food on the table, We go balanced for the defensive style. Why do we do this? Me, myself, press on possession loss and press on heavy touch is great. It's really aggressive, especially the press on possession loss. I use this from minute 1, this 4-4-2. That's what I've been using and playing and working on. When I go press on possession loss, it drains stamina. It gets players caught out of position. It just doesn't get them, where I want. It's a little bit too aggressive. I like to manually press. If you are 60 minutes into the game, though, and you are losing and you need goals, make sure you change this. Change it. Press on possession loss. Don't stick on balanced. Change it. Balanced is neutral. it's more defensive minded, in my opinion. It just makes your team sound where you want them to be. Width. What do I go for on here? Well, actually, I go really, really narrow on the defensive width right now because we just want to make it hard for the opponents to break down. Like, we can show them the wings, but we don't show them the bylines. The wing's not a problem. I can deal with the crosses. I can deal with what may come from it. Just don't show them the byline. Don't show them the area where they can get into the 18-yard box and sweat it back across and get a simple goal. 35 width works for me. Depth. This is actually one of the higher depth that I've been running recently. Because the 4-4-2 second variation, we have our 2 DMs sat in front of the centre-backs really well. I want to keep that gap as narrow as possible. I don't want my defenders to drop back quick. 75 depth maintains a higher line up the pitch when the opponent has the ball. Be careful of the through balls, though. You have to right 6 widths. You have to be able to track these through balls if you're going to run a high depth. We uploaded a video on Tuesday, talking about how to defend. It's a live walkthrough. Go and watch that if you don't know how to defend. Build-up play. I actually go balance in here. I really don't enjoy long ball and fast build-up this year. My players run away from me. I can't make a simple ground pass. Everything just gets put in behind, and I don't like that. I like to build up manually. You must use your L1 button to trigger people on a run here. You must get people going forward. Get the blood flowing. Get their team moving. You have to be able to do that. If you can't, you can go fast build up should you wish to, but just know your team will be caught out of position. They will be, running up really quick and wanting to get forward. Chance creation. What does this do? This is when you get in the final third and you want to score goals and you want to make some runs. How do we do this? Well, I actually go forward runs on this one. This tactic pushes players deep into the attacking areas, but if you lose possession, you can find yourself open to counter-attack. Why do I do this? Imagine you're playing against someone who's sitting deep, who's got men behind the ball. I want my players to run at them. I want them to create space. I want them to run, get in behind, get into good areas, and just make movement for me. I don't want them stood there looking flat, going, hello, I want the ball. No, run. Give me an option. That helps you do that. Combined with the L1 button, the LB to trigger a run, it's absolutely great. 45 width in the attack. This is what we go for here. The 4-4-2 can be a little bit difficult sometimes to get the wingers involved if you don't use them right. Having them just a little bit narrower, tucking in ever so slightly in between the left back and the centre back, in between the right back and the centre back, that's perfect. If I have them too wide, they're the wrong side of the full back where I just constantly go down the wings then, but having them a little bit more narrow works really, really well. For the players in box, go for a fairly neutral 6 on this one. This gets people forward, it gets them into the right area, gets them into the 18-yard box, gets the wingers into the 18-yard box, gets that attacking DM that we've got in the 18-yard box. 1 corners, 1 free kicks. 1 corners for the corner technique. It still works right now. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch that video. If I remember, I'll put a link up above here. We uploaded that a few weeks ago. Go and watch that. And then 1 free kicks. For the strikers. Oh, again, cue the rap comments. I'm sorry. Come back on defense on both strikers. We are making this very difficult for the opponent to break down. Come back on defense will only apply to one of the strikers, and it will apply to the striker where the ball is on. If the ball is on the left-hand side, Morata will drop in. If the ball is on the right-hand side, Simeone will drop in. That makes it very difficult. Where is this going to happen? If the opponent has the ball on the halfway line, heading towards your goal, your striker will then be able to press that ball holder, rather than it being pressing the centre-back. They'll press the centre mids. Really makes it difficult for them to play out. Right mid, left mid. Come back on defense, get into the box with cross. We want, you see this line of 4, we want to maintain that when we're defending. That's what we're trying to do. So in defense, they will come back on defense and make it very difficult for the opponents to get into those areas. Left centre defensive mid, cover centre. This is your attacking DM. This is my Zanilio. Milito's there, but ignore that. I changed them as soon as I sub in the player at the start of the game. I sub Milito off. Left centre defensive mid. Just completely balanced cover centre. This is the one that's going to get forward. The high attacking work rates are going to come into play here. They will go forward and get there. Man mark, stay back while attacking cover centre. Not using cut passing lanes for a change. Fofana being in that area. The whole point with the man mark is that I come up against the 4-2-3-1 quite a lot at the minute. Fofana is going to man mark the centre attacking mid and take him out the game completely. Great, I love it. Right back and left back, stay back while attacking, and the centre back's just completely on there. And the keeper, if you've got a good keeper, feel free to do comes across this sweeper keeper. I don't do it with Gomes because he's not really too good at that side of things. So that is how my tactics and instructions work for the 4-4-2 second variation right now on FIFA 22. Works really well with the team that I've got set up. It offers me soundness in defense, but also a little bit more flair in attack in comparison to the 4-2-3-1. I'm still using the 4-2-3-1, but I'm also using the 4-4-2 as kind of the two formations as my go-to at the minute, and the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, which we uploaded last week as well. You guys let me know exactly what you think of it. Let me know how you get on with it. Pop it down below in the comment section. And again, remember, not every single tactic works for everyone. If this doesn't work for you, that's fine. You can use something else. But if you think, oh, actually, it's a little bit too aggressive, I'd rather lower the depth. Lower the depth. Make some changes. Do what you need to do, okay? Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.